Welcome to Cityline. It is family day, and there are so many moms at home that I know are watching right now and are thinking to themselves, it is time to get my baby out of the crib and into the bed, but how do I do it? Please welcome Nanny Robina. She knows. Come on in. You know, we've talked about this before on the show, and we will talk about it again. It's an important transition that you want to make with your child, but there are certain steps you want to follow to make it a little bit easier.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we actually have a mother, Rhonda, and baby River.
Yep.
So
they're going to come and help us out today.
Dress. So 9 months, River's only 9 months, and if you're watching at home, it's too early to transition her into a bed.
Absolutely.
We understand that.
We just thought we'd give her a moment of fame and do it for fun.
Why not? She's kind of the oldest baby we have here in the audience today. Yeah. So we're going to use River.
We're going to use River. You can put River down. Yes, I think this is a time, to be honest, Tracy, that every parent moves forward with dread.
Yes.
And that's not a good thing. It doesn't have to be as tough as you may think it's going to be. It really doesn't.
It can be quite easy, actually,
and I think
depending on the child.
it goes for everything in parenting. Move forward with a positive attitude. It makes things much easier.
Yeah.
A lot of parents just dread this because they think that they're going to have the shenanigans going on day after day.
You're not in jail. We'll let you out. She really likes it in there. Yeah, is she good with her crib at home?
She loves being in a crib at home.
She does. Yeah, you can tell.
Pretty good.
She's quite comfortable in there. Okay, so the first thing you want to do then, Robina.
So let's start about when is the right time.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody has their own little, age group, etc. But really a good sign would be when your baby is actually starting to try and climb out of the crib.
Right.
Because then it becomes dangerous. Right. So when you hear that big thud, you don't want that to happen too often. This might be a good time. Once they can climb out, they've got too high, it's probably a good time to transition.
Okay.
Another point is, do not transition from the crib to the bed when you're 8 months pregnant. That's probably not a good idea. I've just done that with a client. Not a good idea, because now the baby's here, the big guy wants his crib back. So he hasn't had enough time for that transition. So, you do have to time it a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so now you've decided she's climbing out of the crib, I got to get her a bed. Do you go ahead and buy the bed for a while?
Well, a lot of them,
before you transition them in?
It's a good idea if you can leave the two up, but a lot of the cribs now transition to beds. But if you can have the crib and the bed together up in the same room, it will actually help with the transition. Because what I've done in the past is I've allowed the toddler to explore the bed. Now, I don't want it to become a trampoline.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want it to become a toy, but I've allowed them a little time to explore it, get it out of the system.
Yeah.
Okay, and then perhaps, he could sleep his baby doll, she could sleep her baby doll, whatever favorite toy that she has, she could sleep in the bed for a couple of days. I would also encourage, if your baby's old enough, so maybe early toddler years, that you choose bedding together. Are you coming up here with me? Come on.
Why don't we actually transition her into the bed?
Let's do that. Let's take her over. Let's take River over.
So this is the cutest little bed. And so many families, as you said, are doing the crib that transitions right into a bed, which makes it a lot easier. And some people, like myself, are buying the big bed right away because I don't want to buy another one.
Yes.
So this bed will take you right up to marriage, kids.
There you go.
It's just a little child in a huge bed, and you keep that bed.
You keep that bed.
So this is really cute, though. So she's put her baby dolls in the bed.
She's had that little time.
So she's become comfortable with it without turning it into a toy.
Without turning it into a toy. And I think it would be a good idea if you have something from the crib that you could bring over. So perhaps So one of the things I might do is if she's had a little flat pillow in the crib as she's grown, I may take this and switch it. I may put this in the crib.
Got it.
You see? Just so she's got a little, in the bed. So she has a little something, even a favorite cover.
Yes.
Or, you go out and you buy the bedding together and get them really interested in the covers and everything that you're going and shopping together for.
Now, do you start by putting her in the bed for naps?
Just nap time. I would say, 2 or 3 days, just have it at nap time. So she's got used to that transition and, I like the bed. And then eventually you're going to move over to the whole night.
All right, and now she's in the bed. Do you stay there in the bed with her?
No.
You don't stay in the bed with her?
You know what? If you haven't had to do that sleep training in the crib, you don't want to start it off doing it that way.
Yeah.
You want to start off very positive. So once you've actually settled your child in bed, go on the way you mean to go forward, so to speak. You know what I mean? Start off how you mean to go on. That's what I'm looking to say.
Okay.
Put her in the bed, and in a very firm voice. I'm not saying a mean voice or shout, just a firm voice. This is your bed, we've had the little chat. Bed, it's time for you to stay in bed now. It's bedtime. We've had our story. now it's time for you to go to sleep. Yeah.
Right.
You look like you're going to go to sleep, right?
Yeah, she's not ready for bed yet.
So it's time for you to go to sleep, exactly.
And you stay in your room, because that's why a lot of people have the baby gates, because
Oh my
they want you to
goodness! It's I'm dealing with that every day. There's some big shenanigans going on with the in and out of the bed.
Yeah.
One of the things I think you should do is once you've said goodnight and you've settled your baby, walk away. Do not stand outside the door, because guess what happens?
Do this.
No, it becomes a game of
we all
peekaboo.
do.
You don't want to do that. They know you're at the door, so
Yeah.
they're lying in bed and they're like, I know Mum's out there. Well, suddenly you get tida. They open the door, boom. They know you're there.
Yeah.
So wander away. If you know what, you don't want to keep climbing the stairs, go off to your own bedroom and stay there. When you hear the door open, march them right back in again.
Here's the funny thing, because kids will always make liars out of you, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the producer of the show, Donna, said to me, we're doing transitioning. Do you have any stories? And I said, you know what? Both my kids transitioned really well. And Leo used the firm voice and said, this is your bed, you stay in it. And they never left their rooms at night until, of course, I said that to my producer. And then I went home that night.
You jinxed it.
Yeah, no, it was I remember it was 2:06 in the morning. And I had to use the washroom, and I noticed the light was on. So I went downstairs, and Eva's bedroom door was wide open. Then I went downstairs another set of stairs, and she was at the bottom of the stairs with both her blankets. And I said, what you doing? And she said, I want to eat a cookie. And I said, well, so do I, but it's 2 a.m., so we're both not allowed. So let's go back to bed. And I picked her up and put her back to bed, and I was just like, that's what you get for saying your kids have transitioned well. Yeah. Right? So
it's not that easy for everybody.
Baby girl.
Sometimes
I love
you get,
this game. Keep throwing them.
Sometimes you get big time shenanigans.
Yeah.
Not every child is gonna stay in bed as we would hope them, but
no,
deal
for
with
sure.
It.
And
parenting.
They can come out and in on many, many times, and that's why you do sleep training. I know you've had a good success rate with a lot of the kids.
Yeah.
So thanks so much to IKEA, and thank you, River. You are fantastic. Let's go to break. More coming up.